Hello, everyone, and welcome to the SC-TV podcast. Oh my god. For Supernatural Season 9, Episode 11. With me, I have my co-hosts, Hooded Clio.
Hi!
Are you supposed to be a Jawa?
Oh, yes.
Houdini!
I was gonna say, ninja, but this is brown, so it's definitely Jawa.
Yes. Can we get an Utini out of you?
I don't know what that is.
That's what
all the Jawas say.
Oh.
That's what they yell?
It's been a very long time since I've seen Star Wars.
Oh my.
Shame on you.
This.
I'm a Trekkie, I apologize.
We had... Oh, really? Oh my... I'm gonna stop there, and we can have this debate at another time.
Did I just invoke hate from every one of you?
No, I'm both.
We will have this debate when Star Wars Episode 7 comes out.
And sucks.
So you're gonna have to be part of that, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I don't have that assumption of Episode 7.
Trayvon Clio. Oh god.
If J.J. Abrams decides to go crazy with the friggin' lens flare like he does in Star Trek, then oh god.
Since we're not even on the topic of the current show we're on right now, I'm just going with it. I am not a Star Trek fan by any means, but I've seen the two J.J. Abrams Star Treks, and they were really good.
They are really good.
So if he is going to do that with Star Wars, you could expect it to be equally as good. Anyway, Mike.
Me.
How's it going?
The hair.
Yeah, you're Majin Goku today?
I don't know what's up with my hair. It's the friggin' headset. I hate this headset.
It's evolving.
It's what?
It's evolving.
Oh, that'd be nice.
How much did you pay for that headset?
Honey, how much did I pay for this headset when I bought it for you 3 years ago?
That's not the correct answer.
I think it was $30.
It's not the correct answer.
What was the correct answer?
It's over 9,000! And Omikins.
Hi.
How are you? The show started off amazing. We're swimming.
I'm not on a murdering rampage today.
We're trying to keep our head above water right now. We're nowhere on topic. So, what did you guys think of this episode?
It's good. It's very good.
Very good.
More Crowley Dean bromance.
Yep.
I dare to say that this was the best episode of the season.
I am agree. Well, I mean, other than the dog episode, I'm pretty much in agreement there.
Okay, let me rephrase it. The best main story episode of the season.
I think I liked last episode better.
Really?
I love Cain in this episode.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Cass and Sam part kind of weighs it down. I wasn't so much interested in that.
Yeah, that was actually kind of depressing. It
was a little funny, because Cass is a little funny, but...
I love some of the banter that was going on with Sam and Cass.
PB&J.
Can I ask you a question?
Damn it.
You just did. Can I ask you another question? Well, technically you just... Never mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on.
Sam should have known from the beginning.
Some of that banter was great.
Let him go.
But, yeah. I know last week we were talking about... Detective Laster coming in for Supernatural, but it slipped my mind, and for some reason I was thinking he was going to be on S.H.I.E.L.D. instead. So, which he would have been good in that role as well. But when this episode was going on and they go see Cain and they're at the house and stuff like that, I'm sitting there this whole time going, who is this guy? He's so familiar. I can't put my finger on it. It was driving me nuts. And then, the way he said something, I was like, Lassie! It's like I just had this epiphany out of nowhere. Even I knew it, and I was like, oh, I got the shows mixed up. And I was like, okay. What'd you guys think of his role? The way he played that character. It was so different than his character on Psych, and I think that's what I loved about it the most.
Yeah.
Really well done. I think, anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you get glimpses of how good a dramatic actor he is in Psych, but he blew this out of the water.
He did.
He really did.
It's so good.
He did better than... He was the best actor on the episode. I don't want to say, you know, best actor of all time on Supernatural, but he blew everybody out of the water this episode. And
even Crowley.
Yeah, and Crowley's tremendous
Crowley was
all the time.
pretty freaking good this episode as well. So
He was.
Yeah.
So, the way that the last episode ended, Sam and Dean kind of went their own separate ways. And this episode, we get very much into the realization that Dean is teaming up with Crowley, and that's kind of like the demon path. And Sam and Cass, they're like the angel path. What did you guys think about the way that dynamic played out on the show? That the two brothers are following, like, completely different.
I think when they actually, decide that they have to call each other for help, being that they're on two completely different paths is gonna kind of like be like, no, mine's more important. No, mine's more important. And they're gonna be like bickering little freaking 5-year-olds. Like, no, that's my toy. I was playing with it first.
They got their roles reversed. Back in back in the day, Supernatural, it was Sam who was on the demon path and Dean who was on the angel path.
Yeah, now it's a nice reversal.
We got swapped.
Yep, definitely.
This is true.
Definitely. I don't know. I like the dynamic, because I love the two paths. Like, I love Crowley, the demon path. Like, Crowley is awesome for that role. I can't see anybody else being as good as Crowley, like, for the portrayal of, like, this badass demon. And Cass, the same way. I don't see there being an angel that is played better than Cass.
Yeah.
So, they're, like, the story was good before when you had, Yellow Eyes and Sam and, like, all that, and the demons, and then drinking demon blood, and you had all that. And then, Dean was always on the righteous path, but he was kind of, like, just latching onto whoever he could get at that point. He didn't have, like, anybody specific. Bobby for a little bit, but Bobby wasn't always around that early on when that story was going on. So, I don't know. I just love the dynamic that they had this whole episode.
Yeah, and now it seems Dean went from the righteous path, and now he's on the do pretty much anything just to kill that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. His sole focus is Abaddon, and he's kind of losing sight to everything around him. He's just so tunnel visioned right now.
Yeah, he's totally tunnel visioned. He's on a train wreck through a tunnel.
And Sam's had both demon blood and angel brain.
Yeah, Sam's been possessed by a little bit of everything now.
Yeah. Multiple things at the same time, even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crowley.
Oh my god. Do you still want Crowley inside you?
Oh god. I'm not going to answer that.
He even said, he threw something in Dean's face. He goes, how did he word it? I've been inside your brother.
I've been inside your brother. We're practically family.
Yeah. I love that.
It's like we are not family. It's like, oh, we are getting along so well. Or how did he put that after that? But that line got me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
great.
So what do you guys think about the way Crowley went about pretending to be ignorant about the whole Cain and Abel story, and how he kind of like persuaded Dean into following this quest to get the first blade?
Fetch quest.
I don't think Dean would have done it if he knew that Crowley was just using him to get what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he used the whole like, I don't know, and Abaddon needs to go. But had he known that it was Crowley's plan from the very beginning to deceive him, Dean would have been like, F off, I'm just gonna stab you with this angel blade right here.
Yeah, and at first, like, they get there and it's like, Crowley's like, we have to leave now, and I'm like, huh? What's going on? Like, I actually believe that Crowley was legitimately terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're after a blade that can kill Abaddon, and we find somebody who's worse.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And then the whole Crowley shaking with the cup, and it's like sitting there, and he's like, it's rattling, like he can't even keep his hand still, and
then he makes a sign of the cross when Cain reveals the
Oh,
mark on his arm. He's like,
That was hilarious.
"It's the bloody mark of Cain." At that point, I knew he was hamming it up for. It was,
oh my god,
Yeah.
like, that's when it became fishy. Like, all right, now he's really hamming something up. What the hell's going on?
So why do you think that Dean chose not to kill him?
Crowley?
Yeah.
Well, he knew that, this is a lead, and if there would be no other way to kill Abaddon at that point. It would be a losing battle on Dean and the Hunter side on the good side. So
And I guess he wasn't a crowded bar.
No.
You wouldn't want to knife somebody in a crowded bar.
And as much as Dean wants to kill Crowley, he realizes that Crowley in charge of Hell is, in a very odd way, the lesser of two evils.
Yes, I think that's a dynamic as well.
Like, ideal world, he wants to kill both of them, but Abaddon's the bigger threat, because if she takes over, she's just...
It's gonna be
Crazy
worse
bitch.
than the apocalypse.
Well, we have
I don't know if worse, but
we have
God.
Abaddon as like the Knight of Hell. That's what she is. Like she's like one of the big badasses, right? Then we have Metatron, who's on the opposite end of the spectrum, but equally as badass in his own manipulative little way. Because he's in kind of a precarious situation. Because if they kill Metatron, they're not going to know how to unlock heaven.
No, you're right.
So it's very vital that he stays alive. Abaddon, they could just kind of off. So I almost see Metatron as more of a threat than Abaddon currently.
I agree, which is sort of weird how this episode sort of leans more towards the demon story, which is honestly in this episode more interesting.
Right, so what I'm thinking is Abaddon is probably going to be dispatched of this season. We're probably going to get the end of her story this season.
Yeah.
Metatron, I'm not so sure about.
I don't know. I mean, if we go along the lines of, Chuck being God, Metatron's really not that useful because, Chuck being God, he'd just be like, gates are open. Go home, guys. Obviously, he hasn't done that yet, but...
Well, if that's the case, where is Chuck? Did he go play skee-ball and have an accident and he's in the hospital somewhere unconscious?
Is this Dogma?
Oh, maybe. I'm glad you got that.
Dogma reference?
Yeah, it was. I'm glad.
Nice.
I'm glad you picked it up.
Now we all need is... To take out Abaddon, all they need is a consecrated golf club.
Yeah.
Where would they find one of those?
George Carlin's closet?
I think they're shit out of luck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Aww.
I know, sad.
R.I.P. George Carlin.
Yeah, big time.
R.I.P. Don. Wait,
Yeah,
no,
I don't know. Like,
it's wrong, old man.
So, if they dispatch of Abaddon and they take care of Metatron this season, what is left? Crowley? Like, could Crowley be a more worthy adversary that we're not letting on? Like he's playing himself down and making himself seem very vulnerable and weak, but he's actually stronger than these other demons. Like he may have something up his sleeve.
I would
Perhaps.
say yes, if Crowley was a newer character, but Crowley's been around for a while. We've seen Crowley in some desperate situations. So I feel like that would have come up if he was actually stronger.
Yeah.
He was just like me. He was just a lowly demon, and he just happened to pull the right strings and managed to get to be king of hell.
Right.
Yeah, well,
So,
he was the king of the crossroads
Yeah,
when Lucifer was still around.
yeah.
That was just, his little title.
That was his title. But then he pulled the right political strings, and he made it into king of hell.
Yeah, he's definitely the politician.
He's kind of the self-proclaimed king of hell too.
This
Right.
is true.
So.
But he has, the power to back it up, apparently, because all the demons are scared of him.
Right. So we're introduced to Cain this episode, as we discussed. But what was your guys' take on the way they portrayed Cain? Like, I love the fact that almost every kind of character or entity or something that they bring in that you think you know the mythology to, they twist it. It's kind of like Once Upon a Time, where they put their own little spin on it. And I don't know. I really enjoyed the character of Cain this episode. I think he's my favorite character that they've introduced ever, and that's more than the trickster, who was my favorite up until that point.
No, I'm sorry.
And
Gabrielle's still my favorite.
More than Felicia Day. And I don't know who Mike hates, so I can't throw anything over there. Better than Buddy Christ.
Buddy Christ.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
What did you guys think of that?
I fucking loved it, man. That he wasn't actually a douche.
Yeah.
That he killed his brother to save him.
He seemed like a big douche, though.
He did. He did seem like one.
And I think that was the best part of it, is he was just... I love... Alright, so Dean and Crowley go there, and demons end up following them. The girl that was friends with their father ended up getting killed over it.
Tara,
that led them to the right place. The demons all come in, and then Cain just he opens the door, lets them come in, and watches Dean fight them. In the middle of it, he just gets up, he turns around, he goes, grabs a beer, sits back down at the table. Like, it's just these little subtle things that he was doing were so incredible. Like, it immersed me in that character even more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I was trying to figure out his choice of beer while he was drinking it, but I couldn't.
They probably put a fake label on it.
Definitely put a fake label on it.
Yes. But, yeah, I don't know. And then it's revealed that he didn't actually kill his brother out of hatred.
Or jealousy.
He chose it to save him. He saved his soul by sending him back to heaven and traded it. So it's very Winchester of him.
Yeah, that would have been the first devil deal.
Yeah. Actually, it kind of was, wasn't it?
It kind of hit a nerve, too, with Dean, you saw. And it almost seemed like recent events, too, of Gadriel.
Yeah.
Kind of made, a deal with a demon, so to speak. He's a fallen angel, I want to say. But I guess they're all fallen angels at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It was very reminiscent of that. I don't know. I love Christian mythology. I love it, and anytime they put a little spin on that,
They make it less Christian. It's more interesting.
Yeah.
The angels are the bad guys.
Yeah. I think that was my favorite. Is they're not so one-dimensional.
Yep.
So after everything that happens, they find out the only way to kill Abaddon is with the first blade, but it also requires them to have the mark of Cain. So Cain agrees to transfer the mark to Dean. But not without making him a promise that when Cain wants to die, Dean will come back and honor his request.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we're going to see Cain this season?
I don't know. We may see him again. But
we have to see him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
the thing
to.
in that whole speech that got me is it comes at a cost.
It comes at a cost, yeah.
And,
So-
I mean, I'm thinking, what's that cost going to be? This one over there screaming at the top of her lungs, he's got to kill Sam. That's the cost.
It seems like the most obvious cost, but I'm like, they're gonna find some way around it. And now that I've reading that, Garth is coming back, I'm thinking, Maybe Garth is the cost. Unfortunately, another Kevin Tran like murder.
I don't know. I don't know if people are so enveloped into Garth that that would mean anything to them.
There's gonna be. I mean, you see the preview, and it seems like Dean is ragging on him a little bit. They're probably gonna. I mean, why bring Garth back now when Kevin is gone? And that's the reason why Garth was in it for a while, anyways. So to bring him back, there must be some depth thing going on with the story, and it's probably gonna have more connection towards Dean and Sam and like Garth and the Winchesters. So it's gonna be like, oh, guess what? He's like your cousin or something. I'm just saying, like there's a connection there.
Yeah.
That's gonna make it so it's more important that he would be the one that be the cost.
Yeah, but I don't think that Garth's gonna be the cost. I think Garth is being brought back in to just jam the knife in Dean a little bit more to make Dean feel even more like a terrible person.
I think what it is
about Kevin, yeah.
About Kevin.
Well, I think what it is because Sam and Dean are on completely different paths currently. That they needed a common goal to bring them back. And
there's that too.
Garth being in the hospital is the perfect reason to bring them together.
Yeah. They may not even know.
Of allies is dwindling.
They may not even know that the other one knows, and they may think that they're the only one going, and then they accidentally bump into each other and end up inadvertently working a case. We don't know.
Whoa.
We don't know.
Whoa!
I mean, I should be a writer.
What are you doing here?
So, all right. We'll get to all this. We just went on this tangent of what's coming next week, and we didn't even finish this episode yet. Jeez.
Tangent.
We do that. We do that. We go on tangents all the time.
What I think.
Oh my god.
But what I think the cost is gonna be is that it's gonna be Sam, but Dean's gonna choose not to kill him, and then there's gonna be an even bigger cost for that. And we're just totally not listening. Good.
Sorry, I'm listening.
I'm listening.
That's
I'm
okay.
listening intently, Chrissy.
It's evolved into giggles. That's okay.
Problem is, Dom's completely gone right now. Did you see what Nikki held up?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. We have slain the dragon.
Yes. And I woke Jasper up. So.
Is Josie still up on her perch?
Yes.
She is.
She's stretching right now.
So,
So
what do you think about Cass gaining more of his humanity back?
It's good.
Or not gaining, I worded that wrong. Having more humanity than he did before.
He spent how much time as a human? He oughta, that's gonna stick with him.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's kind of like, it's the same kind of thing.
It's gross.
It's the same kind of thing with Cass. I mean, Cass was human, and it obviously stuck with him. He knows emotions and feelings now, so I'm assuming it's the same for Crowley.
We're talking about Cass.
We were talking about Cass.
I was talking about both of them. I heard Crowley.
No.
I heard Crowley.
No, it's Cass.
No, I said
Cass.
You heard what you wanted to hear.
Yes.
What?
You just want Crowley inside you.
It's never getting old. You're never living that down.
Oh, you should hear the guys on Mumble. Me, every time I leave to go do something, I'm going to sauce my noodle. Because the other night, I made meat sauce, and I was like, oh, I gotta go make spaghettis. Oh, and Kay goes, oh, yeah, you go get that bitch. You go sauce your noodle.
So,
really, I went and made pasta.
So, poor Castiel. Poor Castiel, all he wants to do is eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he can taste nothing but molecules.
He's tasting every molecule, yeah.
Wow hair.
I'm aware. I'm leaving it.
I don't think that. I think it was the combination of he liked peanut butter on its own and grape jelly on its own.
What's this?
And the combination. And the combination of the two is too much for him.
I was looking for a full screen box of Mike. I don't have any. I'm very upset.
Well, I think the thing with the angel taste is they taste everything at once. And the thing
Yeah.
with human taste is we taste it as it works together.
Uh-huh.
So to Cass, it was like,
That's,
no
yeah.
good. It was overwhelming.
It's not, you know, the sum of the...
But then you see it even affected Cass so far as he had an objective. They found out that some of Gadriel's grace is still inside of Sam. So Cass's objective was to extract the grace so they could track Gadriel.
Mm-hmm.
Something in the past that Castiel would have done is just outright taken it the way he wanted to take it, which in turn would have killed Sam. But because Cass had spent so much time as a human this season, he had more emotion that carried over to his angel form, and he chose not to kill Sam. So it's definitely affecting him. I mean, he even goes back, says that he's lied, betrayed the Winchesters before. Like,
that was when Sam was like, I can tell you're lying.
You're a horrible liar.
Like, no, I'm not. I deceived both of you and dabbed you in the back. Like, yeah, he kind of did.
He did.
But then again, so did Dean 5 minutes ago.
Right, but it still feels like he's having a little remorse over it, which is very human of this angel Cass.
Yeah.
So
God
it's...
damn it, Mike.
What?
He's just making his hair worse.
He's like, what? He knows what he's doing. He's playing dumb.
Damn it, Mike.
I feel like we should braid his hair, and pigtails, and all sorts of things. So, does it seem to you like when all that was going on, Sam and Castiel was trying to extract the grace, that Sam just wanted to die
Again?
Yeah,
Kind of seems so, yeah.
Still.
which is
He's
kind
so
of
emo.
weird because Cass even brought it to his attention that you chose to live, and then when the whole trials thing started affecting him, and Dean made the choice for him. Sam had just previously made the choice like a few hours before Dean did anything.
Yeah.
That he wanted to live. So of course Dean's gonna go through with honoring his wishes, and now Sam's getting mad that Dean didn't honor his wish. Like, yeah, he did. Like, I actually got mad at that part.
Kitty. Anyways, yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
And well, I mean, it seems like, you know, he made that decision, and he's mad at Dean because he made that decision for him. But Cass kind of did the same thing. He's kind of on the same train. I want to die, and Cass was like, "No, I'm not going to kill you." But yeah. So I mean, he's not mad at Cass though.
No. But, like, Sam blames himself for the Gadriel thing. Cass blames himself for Metatron. Dean blames himself for what? Kevin?
Everything.
All of the guilt is felt by all.
This is just the guilt episode, or guilt season.
Good. Good, they all feel that guilt.
Nobody blames himself for Bobby?
I'm pretty sure they both felt very, very guilty about Bobby. But like,
but
there's
Bobby
always.
wasn't their fault.
What does Crowley feel guilty for?
I say that Bobby went down swinging.
What does Crowley feel guilty for?
I'm sure there's something. He's just so demon.
Because we don't know if he's still being affected by the human juice.
Human juice. Nom nom nom.
He's juicing on the side, maybe.
Is it human juice or was it just Kevin juice?
It was Sam too. It was human blood.
Moose and squirrel.
Moose and squirrel.
Moose and squirrel?
Yes.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yes. So, anything we may have missed from this episode before we start going into next episode again?
The head struck's back, and it's better than ever. For Christmas this year.
Shut your face, Mike.
What the?
Oh, I look up and there's a Jawa. Oh, teeny! So, next week is episode 12, Sharp Teeth. Is that a reference to Littlefoot?
A T-Rex?
Yes. Sharp Teeth?
Well, it'll be a reference to werewolves.
Yup.
God damn it, man.
So...
I'm fabulous.
So after finding out that Garth, guest star DJ Quails, is in the hospital, Sam and Dean go check in on him. Still carrying the guilt over Kevin, Dean lays into Garth about disappearing and demands to know where he's been. Do you think that's right of Dean?
Not at all.
Why not?
Because they disappear. The Winchesters disappear all the time, and they leave the rest of the hunters, to fend for themselves. When Bobby died, Sam and Dean, fell off the face of the hunter earth, and Garth had to take over. So no, Dean doesn't get to grill him about that.
Yeah, I think you actually hit the head right on the nail there. Nail on the head, head on the nail. Yeah. Head on the nail. We'll go with that one because that makes absolutely less sense. So Garth makes an excuse and then hightails it away from the guys. Confused as to why Garth would run away from them, Sam and Dean do some investigating and are stunned by what they find. What do they find, Clio? What do they find?
Oh my god, werewolves!
Werewolves?
Is that a
Garth is
spoiler?
a werewolf. Rawr.
They say it in the promo, so that's not a spoiler.
No. Well, I mean, it could be, but whatever. We don't care.
I'm sorry. If CW released it, if it's an official promo,
it's still a spoiler, but
it's not a spoiler because they leaked it themselves.
yeah, but that's still a spoiler.
It's their fault.
It's their spoiler. But it's still a spoiler.
They're spoiling.
Spoilers.
They're spoiling.
It's official, so
Yeah,
it's all
of course
good.
it's official.
So good.
Woo! Garth is a werewolf.
Yeah.
Didn't see it coming.
What do you guys think of that dynamic? Do you think they're gonna find They found a cure for what was it, Dean before, for being a vampire?
Yep.
Oh.
Yes.
Do you think they're gonna find a cure for Garth to become transition back from a werewolf to a human?
I mean, from that clip, it didn't seem like he wanted to. It seemed like he found a family.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I just hope that
All the nuts and bolts are flying out of this podcast.
Garth does not meet a bad end. That's all.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, it was obvious that one part, what was it, a couple seasons ago, where they ran into that werewolf girl and Dean had the hots for, or Sam
It was like
had the hots for her.
season 1.
Was it season 1? I don't know. No, it
No,
wasn't.
It was like season 1 or 2.
No, it was season 2 or 3.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but I mean, still.
Oh, that one. Oh, I was thinking of another one. Never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Sam had the hots for her, yeah.
And, Sam's like, we can figure this out. We can do something. And Dean's like, no. Just kills her.
Yeah.
Right out. So, I mean, I don't know. The way Dean's been going, the path he's been walking on, I think he's gonna try to kill Garth. But, I mean, Sam's gonna come in the picture, Cass is gonna come in, and maybe even Crowley might step in and be like, dude, you can totally fix this.
I don't think Crowley's going to be in this episode at all.
If we don't get some Crowley, I'm going to be upset.
I don't think we are, and I think it's Dean's guilt that's going to get him over Kevin. That's going to make him not want to kill Garth.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want Dean to feel all the guilt.
You just want everything to be because of Kevin.
All the guilt.
You want some vengeance for Kevin. That's what you want.
I do. I want Dean to feel like a terrible human being.
So if you were to go to autograph signing and Jared and Jensen were there, would you slap Jensen Ackles? Why not?
They are not Sam and Dean. They're Jared and Jensen.
Jensen is a completely different person than Dean. It'd be stupid to slap him over Dean's mishaps.
Yeah. Okay, if it was Dean Winchester, the actual person, like the character, then she'd slap him. But Jared and Jensen,
Yeah.
both of those two over there, they'd probably say, "Sign my boobs."
You say
something.
they as in me
As in
and
you
Cleo?
two. As in you and Cleo.
No.
No.
I would be like, sign my action figure.
Sign my action figure.
I don't have
That's what
any
they're
action
calling
On the
figures.
boobs. The action figures boobs.
My action figures.
Sign my action figures boobs. That works.
Chat says, Uthgrad goes, Garth's gonna get some tail.
Garth done got him some tail. Oh,
Get it?
wow.
Get it? Because he's a werewolf.
Yeah.
Werewolves have tails.
God, I was
Uthgrad, you're crafty there, Uthgrad. You're
The
The
crafty.
puns. So many of them. Hell, there were puns on Mythbusters. They did a glass-breaking myth. He's like, wow, that myth, you know, can we say we shattered that myth? You're
Is
a
that Adam
pain.
Savage?
Yeah, Adam says, and then Jamie comes back with, you're a pain. Like, pane of glass. And I was just like, I have to not watch this anymore.
It's too much.
Because
Clio,
Yeah.
where can the people find your Jawa shenanigans?
People can find my Jawa shenanigans at Cliomoto, Cliomoto. That's on like a lot of different social medias. And
Well,
then
a
you
lot
can
of them.
find me on YouTube at LIOSMFVIDS.
Mike, where can the people find you saucing your noodle?
you can find me sauce my noodle on Twitter at Thilladren, THILLADREN. Speaking of social media, I have a pun for you. How much does a hipster weigh? An Instagram. And now I'm going to curl into a ball and die. Hey, you want a better one? A man goes to a zoo and discovers there's only one animal, and it's a dog. Man, that was a shit zoo.
Umi, where can the people find your ongoing protest?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LADYVENOM24.
You can find us all, except for Mike, on ASOTV podcast, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google+, Gmail, all the fun places. Until next week. See you guys later.
Bye, bitches.
I like how the picture behind you, Dom, you have actual angel wings.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just kind of sitting there in the middle like, I'm an angel. I'm an angel.
Whoops.
Oh my
Wrong
god,
one.
Tom, please sing that exact song right now.
That's, yeah, there.
Sing it.
I'm an
Do
angel.
it.
I'm an angel.
No,
Woo-doo-doo-doo.
put some emphasis into it.
No,
I'm terrible at this.
no. So
That's
Mike,
fastest.
I got one question to ask you.
What?
If what was it? Jesus is the lamb, right? How does that go? What's that whole saying?
You went to Catholic school.
Jesus. What? Okay, what are you asking here?
What's the lamb reference with Jesus? I actually just forgot.
Jesus is the Lamb of God.
Jesus is the Lamb of God. Does that mean that Mary had a little lamb?
Oh.
You sacrilegious fuck! I love you. Why didn't I never come up with that during fucking Catholic school? Man, that's awesome.
Amazing. Mary did have a little one. Holy shit.